Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your buddy Scooby here, back with another LolCow TCG deck building video, and in this one, we're going to be doing the Cobra deck. So let's go ahead and get right into it, and let's start off with our 5 cards that we are limited to one. That would be the Pot of Mead, the Happy Thanksgiving, Raxmus Arrives, Pickle Quest, and Server Outage, which is right there. So let's go ahead and get these 5 out on the field. Alrighty, we got our 5 cards out here on the field that we are limited to one, of course being Pot of Mead, draw 2 cards and ban it. Server Outage wipes out the entire field. Pickle Quest, you're allowed to search for any card in your deck, add it to your hand, and then you shuffle your deck. Happy Thanksgiving, you whistle loudly and place all your LolCow characters that were in your scrap pile back onto the field. And Raxmus Arrives, which allows us to draw 3 cards, gain 50 life points, deal 50 damage to any player, and scrap any target character on our opponent's field. Alright, let's go ahead and get into our trickery cards. So we're going to be doing 2 Vitamin C WCs, 3 Goat Wires, 3 Bogritos, 2 Sludge Gods, 3 Do-Wuts, 1 Eat That Pastry, 2 Clock Towers, and 2 Chili Slot Maskers. So now that we've got all of our trickery cards and dank food hacks and what have you out on the field, let's go ahead and go over them. So we're going to start with the Sludge God, and let's go ahead and zoom in on that a little bit. Add target dank food hack or sick drink combo from your scrap pile back to your hand, then send this card to your ban pile. This could be very good whenever you need a Boggerito and trying to get it back out of your scrap pile. This could be a good use for that. Next, we're going to do what's, of course, we need to take all 3 that we can get. You just play this for 2 tapes. It can be played on any turn, your opponent's or your own, and you can negate any card that your opponent plays on the field. Chili Slot Maskers, it does the same thing as a Server Outage, except it clears everything except Chungus type characters. And the reason why we're bringing this, we're not using any Chungus type characters except for maybe 1 or 2. But the reason why we're bringing this is that it's just an extra server outage for insurance. Next up, we're going to Vitamin C WC. We're bringing the max that we can. We're bringing 2 of these. So we can either draw X amount of cards, and whenever you see an X, that just means however many tapes you would like to play. So it could be 2, 4, however many. Draw X cards, then lose 25 life points for each card drawn. Or you can deal damage to any target character or den equal to 20 times however many tapes you spend. I personally use this for the damage. I have not used it to draw cards, but to each their own. Next up, we got Goat Wire. Of course, 6 tapes. This is a high cost, but it is a pretty much like a server outage on your opponent's side of the field. As long as you're able to keep attacking with this and have the opposing character defeat it, you're allowed to just create clones and clones and clones and clones until you essentially wipe out your opponent's field. Next up, we got the Boggerito, and these we have in our deck for a special reason due to Cobra, and this will be explained soon. So let's get into the Boggerito. This deals 40 damage to any target character, and if this causes the target to go to the scrap pile, you may return it to your hand or draw 1 card. And also, if you see on the bottom, if you control a sexy bad boy goth, you can rewind 1 tape. So essentially, this would cost 2 tapes. Eat That Pastry, we're just bringing 1 of these. This is just a little insurance card, which just removes all damage from each character that you currently control on the field. And you also are able to draw 1 card at the beginning of your next intro, so 2 cards. And last but not least, we're bringing 2 Clock Tower Dream Houses. Even though we can only have 1 on the field, these tend to get taken out pretty quickly. And so it would just be nice to have another one that's either coming soon to your hand or may already be in your hand that you can just immediately play to get that 30 HP back on all your locales that you control. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on to our character cards. So with this being a Cobes deck, we're going to go ahead and start with our Cobra cards. We're going to do 3 of these sexy bad boy goths, 3 of these Barbacobes, 3 of the Cobes Avengers, and 3 Bicycle Cobes. Let's go ahead and put these out on the field. Alright, now that we've got all of our cards lined up here of our Cobes, let's go ahead and go over each one. So this is Bicycle Cobes. It costs 2 tapes. He's a LolCow Boglum, sexy goth bad boy. Keep in mind that Boglum title, that's going to become important to this deck. Cobes Avian Avenger, this is just a 1 tape cost card. And he is a sexy goth bad boy turkey. You can spin him to scrap that character to return a dank food hack from your scrap pile to your hand. So this would also be another way, such as the Sludge God, to get a dank food hack back to your hand. Next up, we got Sexy Goth Bad Boy. He is, of course, a Sexy Goth Bad Boy Boglum, and anytime you play a sick drink combo or dank food hack, you may copy its effect. You may choose new targets for the copy. So, that would mean these Bogritos right here, you see how they're dank food hacks? We're able to play 2 of these for, let's say we have all 3 of those out on the field. If we have all 3 of our Bogritos in our hand, we're able to play 6 of these. As long as we have 9 tapes, we are able to play 6 of these guys. That's pretty insane. And next up, we got Barbacobes. He is a LolCow sexy goth bad boy again, Boglum. And when Barbacobes enters the field, you can search your deck for a dank food hack or sick drink combo and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So, following suit with all these other cards, except for this one, it has not only Boglum in them, but especially these 2 are very important because we're allowed to not only copy effects, but we can search for them to copy the effects. So we can just instantly be playing these over and over, as well as this, which let's say we have a couple of these on the field and they've taken some damage and we don't want to lose them because their effects are actually really, really good. We can go ahead and play this Eat That Pastry, search for it in our deck. Yeah, whenever Barbacobes enters the field, we can go ahead and just negate all that damage and get them back to full health. So, moving on to the other character cards, 2 Homeless Mustards, as well as 2 Airsoft Chunguses, 3 Puff the Bearded Dragon, 2 of the Chibi LolCow Lives, 2 Saviors and Creators, 2 of the Jupiter Hybrids, 2 Maudis, 2 Inward Boys, and 2 Blue Spikes. So let's go ahead and get all of that out onto the field. Alrighty, now that we've got the rest of our character cards out on the field, let's go ahead and go over them. So first up, we got the Blue Spike Chaos Initiate. He is a troll, and he actually has dash whenever he is called out onto the field. This character deals double damage to other characters in combat, so that 30 damage actually does 60 damage as long as it's to another character that's already on the field. If you're just attacking for life points, even though he has dash, it only does the 30 damage. And next up, we got Inward Boy the Malevolent. He is a legendary troll. He is immune to other goblins. So whenever you use him, you can laugh hysterically when you declare a beatdown with this. When this deals damage to an opponent, they must scrap 1 card from their hand. So this is just a little quirky ability that's fun to use during gameplay. Next up, we have Sir Maudie, King of Acronia, legendary troll. So whenever he is on the field, all of your other trolls you have gain Immortal. So that is the reason why we're bringing the Inward Boy the Malevolent as well as the Blue Spike, because they're both trolls. Next up, we got Jupiter the Hybrid. He has Stalker on him, which means that we can play him on either our turn or in the middle of our opponent's turn. And when he enters the field, you can make a growl noise and deal 50 damage to any target. So as long as you have 4 tapes that you're able to play, you can play him on anybody's turn. Next up, of course, we got to bring the CW Chan, Savior and Creator. Legendary LolCow. You may ban this from your hand and pay X. Again, X just means however many tapes you want to pay for it. And then create that many Sonichu tokens with 20 attack and 20 health plus dash. And this effect can only be used on your turn. So this could be a very powerful card. So let's say you have 7 tapes and you play this and you want to ban it. You can create 7 Sonichu tokens that have 20 attack, 20 health, and dash. You could put out a lot of damage as long as somebody doesn't pull out that do what and negate your card. Next up, we got Homeless Mustard. He is another LolCow card, and this is one of my favorites with only being a 1 tape cost. Whenever he enters the field, you say you hit my bike and instantly gain 30 life points. And for only 1 tape, that is a very good ability, especially in early game. Whenever you can get this off right on your first turn, that's immediate 30 points to your health. Next up, we got Puff the Bearded Dragon, LolCow Boglum. He has Dash and Leap, which means that only characters with Leap or Reach are allowed to damage him. And when you play a Boglum type character, you may return this from your scrap pile to your hand. So if he is killed off, if we play Sexy Bad Boy Goth, again, he is a Boglum character, or a Barbacove's Boglum, or a Bicycle Cove's Boglum, we can bring him back from the scrap pile to our hand and play him again for 2 tapes. And while this is on the field, give all of your Boglum type characters plus 30 health, which really combos nice with this clock tower because then you would be getting plus 60 health to all of your Boglum type characters. And let's say you have more than one puff on the field, it stacks. So 30, 30, 30. Let's say you have all three. That's 90 plus one of these. That's 120 to each of your Boglum type characters as well as these puffs themselves because they're Boglum familiars. Next up, we got two Airsoft Chunguses, and this is another one of my personal favorite cards with a 3 tape cost. When this enters the field, you ask an opponent for $1. Of course, we don't do that. We just immediately do the gain 100 life points. So especially in early game, if you have a cipher tape and you can play this on your second turn, that's immediately 100 life points. You really can't complain about that. And last but not least, we got two of the Chibi LolCow live cards, and these I mainly just brought in because they're universal and they're immortals, and one of the few cards that is immortal. And it's just always nice to have an immortal type card. Alright everybody, and let's go ahead and go over our cards once again. So we have our 5 cards that we're limited to 1 per deck, as well as the 2 cards right here that we are limited to only 2 per deck. And at the time of making this video, there is currently no limit on the Chili Slot Massacre, so that is why we have 2 as of now. Right now, Tuffy says we're in a Chungus era, so keep that in mind. We have our 3 Duets, 2 Sludge, 3 Bogritos, very important to this deck, Clockwork Towers, of course all of our Cobes cards, which is the main reason for this deck, to pair with the Puff, as well as the Bogritos to create just some sick combos, man. Alrighty, well, hope everybody enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.